My name is Jeroen de Wit. I'm a level 3 QHHT practitioner. I was trained by Dolores Cannon back in 2006 and I have been merely regressing people into different lifetimes ever since. I am based in Los Angeles. I wanted to talk to you about the notion of ascension, the new earth, and the event. I get a lot of clients contacting me having questions about it. When is it going to happen? When are we going to ascend? When will I be relieved from my life or this difficult life that we're in right now? What is the date that we're all going to ascend and everything is going to feel better? So it doesn't quite work that way. So what I've learned in talking to the subconscious mind through many different clients is that there is no such thing where one day, the ascension is going to happen, or it's part of the timeline of the planet that we're going to wake up and the ascension is happening or the event's happening and suddenly poof, we're all in this glorious state of fifth dimensional existence. It doesn't work that way because you create 5D within yourself. So the ascension that's happening is all happening through all of us individually. So there is no sort of keeping your life on hold until that particular date comes. Ascension happens by you learning to love yourself, so to create 5D within yourself. And the more people do this, and the more people inspire others to do this, this is what's going to change the fabric, the harmonics of human consciousness on the planet. So it is not about putting your life on hold or pausing your life until that day is going to come. I'm just having to wait it out and kind of hold on to my shitty life. If your life feels shitty until that day comes, you're kind of missing the point when you see it that way. The point of it is that you create 5D for yourself when you learn to acknowledge yourself, when you learn to acknowledge your feelings, when you, like if you're relating to ascension and the event and new earth in that way where it's going to happen one day and then your life is better, and in the right now or in the meantime kind of put your life on hold, you're missing the point. The point is for you to create 5D for yourself first, and in doing so helping the planet and other people to evolve as well. So what does that mean? If your life feels shitty right now, it is your job to make it feel good to you. So this can sound radical to a lot of people because, the world that we've lived in doesn't really support us to really listen to our own feelings, what brings us joy, what makes us feel good. Instead, it's conditioned us to fit into external conditions, to tell us about what is going to make us validated or worthy or good enough as an external construct. So we have been conditioned to deny parts of ourselves in order to fit into external conditions or external social constructs, to be part of, to feel like we're validated, to feel like we're worthy because now we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. So that is the whole opposite from living a joyful, authentic, expressed life. When you are in a life where you can be present with your life and yourself as is, loving yourself, accepting your life, that is 5D, because when you do that, you're in the here and now. You don't have to think about the future or worry or not trust life as it's happening through you. But instead you can just enjoy yourself, being in the moment, being in the here and now. And this is where 5D is, because this is who you are. You are God, source and creator, expressing through your physical body, through your life. So the purpose of your life in this moment, in this time that we're on the planet right now, is to embrace all the parts of yourself that you have learned to deny through growing up on this planet, in the systems that we've been part of. To realize that the systems that have been around us have been very, very limited. And to take them on as a normal or a descriptor of your worthiness or about who you're supposed to be is not doing you any justice. So what that could mean, like I can give you an example in my own life. I'm from a very small town in the Netherlands, and when I grew up, I saw little boys play with like toy guns and toy swords, and there was lots of violence in their play and aggression, and that wasn't for me. I could not fit into that, no matter how hard I tried. It felt like I was doing drag whenever I tried. It felt uncomfortable. Instead, I played with little girls. I learned how to sew little quilted sleeping bags for my stuffed animals and loved it. But because it was not seen as normal in the world at large, I mean, you know this, there's definite standards and preferences and norms about what we should be, how we should express. Like if you're in the United States, how it's been is that the preferred way of being or the standard or the norm or the way of being that is most appreciated is if you express as white and straight and male and masculine and Christian. There's nothing wrong with any of those aspects. But is it affirming, life affirming to all of us that there are such messages that do not include people that do not fit into that? If you are a woman, or you're not white, or you are genderqueer like myself, or you express in different ways that do not fit the norm that society has decided is the only proper way of being or the only validated way of being. And all the people that have or that express as different aspects, they kind of orbit around it, or they have to kind of sit at the kiddie table. This is, you can find this in your own culture. If you're not in the United States, that the systems that we've been around are not life affirming in that way, that they present you with norms about who you should be or what you should express like in order to be validated for being you. Well, not for being you, but when you modify your output to match whatever that is. For me, it was, gender was a big thing, and then me being gay didn't fit in with that. I had like flaming red hair when I was younger. The California sun has bleached it a bit, but so I was teased with that. So also I thought there was something wrong with me for having red hair. And then there was many other aspects. I was very sensitive. I felt myself through life. My feeling circuitry is very well developed, and that was not being appreciated in the society that I was from. So I learned to devalue these parts of myself, and to not feel myself as good enough or worthy as is. So these are examples of ways I'm trying to describe ways of how we learn to deny our own divinity, to think that we become good enough by fitting into whatever we perceive are the ideals in society. That's the opposite from what we're here to do. Your life purpose is to unapologetically express yourself as yourself. You are no accident. You're no mistake. You came to this planet fully coded and fully loaded to express God, source creator, as you. When I use the word God, I don't mean like the Christian, angry, male, white, bearded, fake figure up in the sky. I mean source, God, creator, universe, energy, whatever word you have for that. I use these words interchangeably. So point being that you are the point the universe is trying to make. So that means all of you. We're all here to express God as the unique expressions of source that we are. If that wasn't why we're here, we would come out, we would be born looking similar and having similar lives, but instead the opposite is here. Planet Earth provides a large variety of experiences for God to explore itself, to express itself. So instead of to continue to believe that there are parts of you that are not good enough, whether maybe you have learned to believe about yourself that you're not good enough because you're gay or genderqueer, or your skin color. Maybe you've learned to believe that there's something wrong with that, or your body shape, or that you are more feeling in life, that you have empathic capacity, or that you are aware of different dimensions, or that you have a sense of caring for life that is not being reflected in the cruelty and the brutality that the systems that we have been living in are based on, unfortunately. So you are here to embrace your own true nature, to disengage from these limitations that you might have applied to yourself, and to embrace who you are, to go on a journey of finding out who you are, and to embrace who you are, and to learn to trust yourself. When you do that, when you get to know yourself, you get to know God, because that is who you are. Okay? You are the point the universe is trying to make. So when you align with that, when you become present with who you are, you regain this sense of worthiness and this knowing, this embodied experience that you are God in the body. This is 5D. This is the new earth being birthed through you. And this is really how 5Ds come to pass on the planet, is coming to pass on the planet. So in some sessions there are dates or time periods given, and this is because the frequency of human consciousness of planet Earth has been raised to the point where now there is the opportunity for humanity. Like there's more higher frequencies, cosmic energies coming in that kind of bring our consciousness to a higher boiling point, or yeah, that's what you want to call it. So we have the chance to disengage from limited experiences that we've been in, and instead to learn to tap into our divinity, which is who you are. So don't wait for 5D to happen. Don't wait for the event. Don't wait for ascension. Start loving yourself. Start trusting yourself. Start finding joy in your life. Joy is the easiest way to relate back to yourself, to uncover what makes you you, what makes you tick. Good luck. For more information, go to my website, jeroenqhht.com, or my Instagram page, Jeroen is Love.